Hi, Lamika, baby. Welcome in, love. How was your day today? Hey, Tawanda, baby. Welcome in. Hope y'all had a good day today. How was your 8-8 portal? How you feeling right now? You know I'm still. Mine was good too, love. It was pretty relaxed today. I was productive and able to get some things done today, but it was pretty good. Um, was spending some time really tapping in with spirit today. Chill, I say. Um, just manifesting in good energy and all of that. But overall, yeah, it was pretty good today. No complaints. No complaints. Hey, Wendy Love, thank you so much. Posting it for me. Let me pin it. Shay, thank you, sis. Hey, my love. How was your day today, Wendy? Your 8-8 portal day. Our big shift day. Shay, same to you, sis. We're going to get into it in just a few here. I want to do a few cards for some spiritual advice that you guys need. And then I also will be answering spiritual questions if you need any spiritual questions answered today. Spiritual advice about certain things. Okay. Try not to make this too long today. But I do have some oracle cards here. I just want to see, what spirit may have it for you, as far as advice is concerned today in this moment. Even just kind of moving forward with the new shifts that the 8-8 portal will be bringing in for you. Okay. You are welcome as well to share this link. Okay. If there's anybody in the tribe that needs to be here, or just somebody that, you love that may need to come and be a part of our tribe, feel free to share that link with them. Okay. If it is your first time seeing me down your timeline in general, welcome in, my love. May you forever love it here. And know the Spirit connected us and sent you here for beautiful reasons. And if you are a returning tribe, come on in, baby love. Love y'all so very much. Royal Rich Evening, beautiful. Happy 8-8 to you as well. Hope you had a beautiful day today. Okay. I appreciate y'all always for coming through, for showing up, for learning and growing with me over here in this beautiful tribe. Thank y'all for being as powerful as you are. Every single day that you are powerful, even when I ain't looking. Okay. I just appreciate y'all for continuing as well to be a beautiful reflection of me, a powerful reflection of me as well too. Okay. My list is open, all right, if you would like to get a personal reading on live, or if you have a personal question you would like answered. Okay, the readings are 2222, and you can find all of the information pinned in the comments and the description box. Okay. But as I said, if you do have any spiritually related questions, okay, you can definitely write those down. Keep up with those, and I'll take those at the end of this collective as well too. Okay. So yeah, really quickly, this won't be a long reading here, but I do want to see what Spirit has for us as far as advice is concerned in this moment. Okay. So Spirit, let me go ahead and give this an official opening. Thank you so much for this beautiful day. Thank you for all of the powerful energies as well, Spirit, that this day holds for us. All of the shifts and the changes that are coming in because of these powerful energies as well, Spirit. We pray, God, that you help us to align in beautiful ways with all things, God, that are changing at this time. We thank you, Spirit, that you've already let us know that these changes will work in our favor, Spirit, and they will bring us changes in the physical, God, that we can see and experience. But even, God, in our internal being, spiritually and mentally, God, help us to be ready for these things, to stay ready as well for those of us who have been preparing for a while here, Spirit. Help us to stay ready. Bless this live, Spirit, and give us the advice that we need in this moment. We do invite our benevolent ones into this reading as well to make everything very clear and concise as it comes through me, and as well to be with my loved ones so that they feel extremely safe in this energy to receive all that is for them. We do as well invite our spiritual and physical protectors into this space to protect us at all costs from any energies that are representing the opposite vibes of what it is that we are asking Spirit for at this time. And we thank you so much for that, Spirit. Ashe, ashe. All right, 10:10. Let's get started here. Spirit, what advice do you have for the collective that is watching this video in this moment? We have balance in reverse. We have worry. We have change. Hold on, y'all. Excuse me. Whew. Still getting over my little ascension symptoms here. Okay, we have balance in reverse. We have worry. We have change. We have grief. Grief fell out and I put it back in and it came right back out. Okay, so we got grief here and we have acceptance. Okay. We have happiness coming out here. We have purpose. This feels a lot like some of the things that I've been telling you. Thank you, baby. That I've been telling y'all in the past few readings here about how, Spirit has really, and even your ancestors have really been encouraging you, not to resent your gift at this time. Okay. Some of you as well, too, as I've said before, you following God and using your gifts and choosing to heal and things like that has literally taken your life in a whole different direction, like a completely different direction. It could have been different from anything that you originally had planned, or, even when we talk about the people that you saw being in your life or you saw yourself always being connected to. For a lot of you, that picture, that image has changed a whole lot of times, right? And so there could be somebody in this energy, right, who is again feeling discouraged by all of the changes that have come because it feels like how like when you make a change you kind of like you want to take some time to like get used to that change before you have to like change again or move again, right? Most people, if they can help it, even when you think about like moving where you live in your physical home, most people, if you can help it, you don't move, you move as minimal times as possible, right? Because it just feels a little bit unsettling to always have to be in this energy of change or not being able to relax into some motion of like pattern. I'll say it like that. Confirmation, relax into some sort of pattern of things. So for a lot of you, that's where, with this first card coming out, the balance card in reverse, that's where you have maybe been feeling imbalanced in your life because you've had to change so much, right? Or because the changes that you've made, it's like, okay, when does this change begin to pay off for me? Okay. And with the worry card being the next card here, I do see that some of you guys have been, in your head about this, and which I already knew this, okay, because happy 888 baby, and welcome in, beautiful. But I already knew this because of how it has been pushing out in the energy before now. But even now, when I'm asking about spiritual advice in particular in this moment, yeah, it makes sense that this will be coming out again, right? Because even with the worry coming out, with the change, the grief, and acceptance, Spirit is asking a lot of you guys too, right, to make sure that every aspect of what has already happened in your life, make sure you have accepted that. And how do you know whether or not you have accepted that? Hey, Tracy, baby. Um, there should be no areas in your life where you're still looking at it and being like, okay, oh man, I'm so mad that this happened, or, I'm still blaming this person or this energy for, me being in this situation. Even having situations in your life, my love, to where you can look at it and say like, oh my God, this is happening to me, right? Or this happened to me, versus looking at things and being able to say like, okay, this happened for me, right? And whether that's where the sentence ended, right? This just happened for me, okay? Or it happened for me to learn. It happened for me to grow. It happened for me to change. It happened for me to let go. That's the part of the situation where Spirit is asking you to accept, so that you can relinquish whatever grief may still be coming with, you know, this sense of dissatisfaction that you may have looking at certain things in your life, or certain areas, or even just looking at yourself and where you stand in your life. This is why too, Spirit has really been pushing that need for you guys for the longest, right? To build yourself up, hype your own self up here. Say those affirmations. Speak life over yourself, over all of the things that you've been planning and the things that you know that God has been telling you to do. Because, yeah, sometimes there can come spaces and times when you are waiting, right, to where you may sometimes lose focus of the overall goal, right? You got this purpose card falling under worry. And so this is what Spirit is just telling, all of you here, because what I will say is, and we all have been talking about this for a while, there's a lot of changes that are happening as we speak, and that will continue to happen for us, and that will continue to, come in and flow into our lives. And so even with every message already coming laced with this extra, you know, advice from Spirit, like stay grounded, whether it's good things coming, whether, what I'm saying, you witnessing these karmics go through these tower moments, right, that are close to you, connected to you in whatever way, stay grounded. Stay grounded. So most of all, because that is the need, right? No matter what this portal, this shift is bringing in for you, changing for your life here, the need for you to stay grounded and balanced in the truth, baby, that you are who you are. Every decision that you've made in your entire life, baby, up until this moment has been exactly what it's needed to be. Especially if you sitting here right now listening to my voice, getting this message, connected to me in any sort of way, yeah, I can guarantee you that, because I'm here on real important business. And as I told y'all from day one, when I first started going live on TikTok, hi, baby, that if you connected to me, baby, God love you real bad. God thinks a whole lot of you, your gifts, your mission, and your purpose, because otherwise he will not connect you to me. I ain't connected to nobody who ain't serious. I'm not connected to anybody who does not have some sort of higher or bigger picture calling from the Most High. So that means that I also should be connected to people who in no way should be looking at themselves, doubting their intuition, looking at their gift and being like, am I really this? Or even like I told y'all before, nobody in this tribe as well should be struggling with claiming your title of whoever God said you were. Some of y'all had to swallow real hard and you know, clear your throat or whatever else when you had to say, yeah, I'm a psychic. I'm a spiritual psychic. Yes, I'm a tarot reader. Because you knew saying that out loud, first of all, made it very valid and real for you. Yeah, 818, it reflected that shit back to you to hear yourself say who you are and what God has placed on you, because it is your truth. But as I said before to a lot of you guys as well too, same energy. If you in this tribe, then that means you've had a lot of dark forces, whether that be, you know, people themselves or just, you know, those insecure ass thoughts that have always wanted to challenge you in your ability to claim who God has said you are. A lot of you guys even found a lot of grief, you know, in yourself when God told you, oh, you got this gift, or oh, you have this gift. Because you knew, oh, people aren't going to accept this, or the people that I want to accept, you know, may look at me this way, or da 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 da. And sometimes this very space that I'm describing, right, no matter how far along you are on your spiritual journey, or even no matter how much God has already shown you that what them people feel and think don't fucking matter. Yeah, sometimes you can get in your head about that shit. Hey, Toya, baby, welcome in. And Spirit is just saying, yeah, don't let those thoughts come in at this time, beautiful soul, and throw off your balance. Now, as I've told a lot of you guys before, especially if you made it this far, if you made it this far into the journey with Coach T here, yeah, honey, your complaining and shit like that, or you even just being in your head, it won't block anything from coming into your life. No, baby, you too far in not to receive, you know, that type of goodness back from God, or you've sown too many seeds to not be in some sense of receiving at this time. But your state of mind as you receive, baby, is that important? Absolutely. And I'm going to keep on telling y'all that, honey, this is not your time to be down and out. This is not your time to be in your head, psyching yourself out, or even sitting around digesting the thoughts of other peon ass bitches whose opinions don't even matter in your life or where spirit is taking you. No, baby. This is your time to fully accept, again, every single thing. And I want y'all to think about this. Just take a moment. Breathe that in. Tell yourself, close your eyes and tell yourself, I accept every part of who I am right now in this moment. I accept every decision that I have made that has led me to this place in time right now. Because without those decisions, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be as close to, you know, my bigger goals as I am in this moment. And again, as I always tell you, if what I just asked you to do is something that feels challenging for you, or when you say that, there's something that your subconscious automatically wants to throw back at you and be like, oh, but remember when you did this? Oh, but remember when you chose to do this? Yeah, you say back to that same space that's telling you that, so fucking what? I said what I said. Every decision that I have made, I don't care if it was a decision to clip my toenails. Bitch, I don't care if it was a decision to walk away from my marriage. You feel what I'm saying? Or anything in between those two extremes. Every decision, my love, was what it needed to be so that you can be here right now, getting this reassurance from Spirit that you are enough, you have done enough. And as well so that you can fully accept every other message that has come from Spirit, right? Whether it be through this space, right? You being connected here and all of the prophecies and the promises that Spirit has given us on this side, or it just be through your personal connection with Spirit and those visions and promises that God has given you. Tap in, baby. Tap in. Because again, ready or not, baby, you have already earned access to those blessings. Yeah, success just popped out when I said that. right beside the purpose card, right up underneath the change card here. Yeah, you brought about these changes in your life with what you have already, accomplished and been successful in. And this is why I say, yeah, you can't worry your shit away. I know people tell us that, right? And in certain parts of your journey, it is crucial for you to keep your mindset in the right space, yeah, because you can cause delays. But this right here ain't one of them times, baby. Because where divine timing has us, shit is happening, ready or not. Y'all been hearing me say that for the longest, and I'm going to keep on saying it. And this is the time again that for every choice that you've already made, yeah, it's time for harvest. So, yeah, these changes are coming one way or the other. Your success is going to be spoken for one way or the other. But is your mind right? Is you the only one at your surprise party not dancing or sitting in the corner mad or sitting in the corner still thinking about what happened 10 years ago? Can't even enjoy your blessings and everything that you work for or everything that you pull yourself out of 10 years ago because you still thinking about, well, this person said this or da 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 da, or I never would have been here if this wouldn't have happened. Honey, come on. Come on out of that dark space now. And it may not even be, that you're in a complete darkness or, over this one thing, but I'll allow this to be an accountability check for everybody. Even if it's just a little shadowy spot, it may not be your whole life is just, condemned to darkness. But for real, any space that I'm speaking of that you can look at your life and say, yeah, it's hard for me to look here and accept. Right? And let me give you an example like of what I mean, like with my personal situation. I told y'all how I've been living in this energy of knowing that people have been lying in my face for years. I have literally, as Spirit has been healing me through a lot of things, over these past couple of weeks and over the last month, I've been remembering image by image, word by word, each and every time, somebody tried to come and unalive me. I remember when they sent that person into the store where I worked with that shotgun to pull that shit right in front of my face. I remember literally when I was in high school, walking into the school, my mama hit me with the car, bitch. My fake ass mama, not my real mama, but she hit me with the car as I'm in the car ride line, getting out of the car. Like, she hits me, clipped me with the car. I can remember her sending me to the store in a brand new car, no problems at all. She just asked me to randomly go, and while I'm driving, the brakes go out before I even leave the neighborhood. I can remember literally going in at the early age of 25 years old. I already fucked up, that early on because of things that was done to me, but I had to go get a colonoscopy and endoscopy. I can remember coding on the table for something that was supposed to be an outpatient procedure because them folks was trying to kill me. And while I could sit on all these things and I can keep going and I could keep talking about all of these incidents and I could write a whole book about how fucking wrong it was and how fucking demonic these people are. But bitch, I could also sit here and say thank you. Thank you to all them people for what the fuck they did, for how far away it pushed me from their ass, for how much it pushed me into my healing to where I never look back. Thank you for showing me who you was. You know what I'm saying? And all of these things, there's a mature way, hey baby, to flip everything that has happened so that you can accept. There's a way for you to take out of every situation that happened. No matter how obviously it was supposed to be meant for your bad. There's a way for you to take a lesson and something about it and go on about your business with your safety intact, with your mental stability intact. And when I say that it is within your power and your power only to find what that space is of acceptance and get the fuck on, that's what it is, baby. So I say to you again, giving that example for this reason, if there's any area in your life where you can still look and you may even have a story a lot like mine, like, damn, they tried to do that to me too. Damn, they tried to poison me too. Yeah, we finna get over that shit. And not get over it in a way to be like, yeah, I don't acknowledge that it happened to me, but what the fuck do I take up out of this? Because as I've told y'all before, even being in that energy to where You're not in full acceptance of what has happened to you, or you're holding on to the grief or the pain of a situation from the past. Whoever inflicted that pain upon you, baby, it's almost like you're letting that person hurt you over and over and over and over again. You're letting that person still have that power over you, even from the past, baby. And spirit is like, for what? That's the part where we talk about, yeah, don't be at your own surprise party or your own, space of celebration still crying over what a weak bitch did. And especially don't be crying over something that, again, no matter how it felt, no matter how it played out, God still meant it for your good. So again, with this happiness card, this purpose card, this success, be happy about every fucking thing that you have done within your purpose. Be happy about every chance that you've had to obey the Most High. And never question any place or space that those decisions have led you. Because God don't miss, baby. Yeah, courage is here. And the courage card is falling under the grief. This is not time to have grief about the times where Spirit gave you that boldness to make the right decisions. It's not. Because I'm telling you what's going to happen here. And it still may be some of you guys, right? Because I'll say this space right here is not even about, it is about a mental thing, right? And being like, yes, I accept. But it's also a thing of practice as well, too. Because especially when you've been in some sort of subconscious practice of always in the back of your mind thinking about those things, or always subconsciously feeling that grief or like that resentment because of things that happened to you in the past, your mind is going to want to keep doing that. Your mind, if something feels inconvenient, or if you having a day where something is kind of going like, man, I don't like my circumstances today. Yeah, sometimes your mind is going to want to find that scapegoat to be like, yeah, if that person wouldn't have did this to me, I never would have been in this situation, da 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 da. But we got to come up out of that cycle, y'all. That's a vicious ass rabbit hole that we is not going down no more. And that spirit don't want us to go down no more, because again, as fucking humans who have been sent to this earth with very clear missions, yeah, it ain't no mistake in nothing that you came down here to do, or nothing that happens in your life. But especially my healers, we especially don't get that extra, you know, lineage to be all in our head about shit that we know good and well. Like, yeah, we know spirit was behind this. We too intuitive not to know that. So, as I always say to y'all, there is a very delicate balance that comes with being a human, right, on this spiritual journey. And back to our first card out, this is why balance came out in reverse. Because even though, we talk about not worrying and things like that, there's also this healthy space of grace that God gives us to be like, okay, yeah, you still are human. So I know in some scenarios, even in a fight or flight mode, that's going to be your automatic, thing to kind of like freak out until you, ground yourself back into what you have learned. Like, yeah, we don't got to freak out. Just trust, where you are, whatever's going on, da, da, da. Insert comforting words here. Okay. But does God still give us that grace to kind of, be like, damn, spirit, like, what is this? Or if there are any complaints, yeah. But absolutely, if it gets too much, will spirit come through and be like, all right, now be careful. Don't imbalance yourself or don't throw yourself off here. Yeah. With the health card at the bottom of the deck. And that's what it feels like this message is today, right? When I'm asking about the advice, yeah. And you don't ever have to, you don't ever have to admit. I know sometimes y'all are saying in the comments like, oh, it's me, da, 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 da. You don't ever have to admit that in this space. But please, if you know within your heart that this is your energy, or again, there are certain places, yeah, confirmation to where you're still struggling or battling, or like with getting over it, right? Or even just being able to, like I said, get to that space in your life to where you can look at everything and be like, yeah, none of this happened to me, but it happened for me. It happened because of me. It happened in spite of me. right? Because in everything, like I said, if we were to go back to it and really get involved and put ourselves in God's place and try to do God's job and really see all of the strategy why God told us to move when we had to move or let go when we had to let go of, yeah, you'll have even more confirmation in your heart to be like, oh, I get it, God. But sometimes God be like, why even bother yourself with all that? Just trust what I've already told you to, do. Or just accept what I've already told you to allow or what I've allowed to happen for you. And take, that overall understanding that goes with every scenario. Hey, does it work over here too? Yes, still works for your good. Well, what about this? It seems to hurt like this right now and it seems to be doing this. Yep, even that works for your good. I don't know, coach. This one right here look a little scary. Da, 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 da. And when you get done, baby love, still gonna work for your good. It's like literally going into a test knowing that you already have passed. You feel what I'm saying? So when we pull ourselves and fight for that type of resolve in our mind versus so easily letting ourselves again be pulled into that rabbit hole of like, but they shouldn't have did this and da 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 and da 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 and God should have da 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 and what we doing all that for? Why we asking questions that we already got the answers to? Because it's something that's gonna work for your good. And if you was God and if you had it all figured out and you was already, or I'll say it like this, even if you was already aligning with some sort of way that would have worked in your favor or worked out the best for you, then God would have left you to do what you was doing. But the very minute you pray for something better or you pray for God to deliver you up out of some sort of burden or some shit like that, that's why this shit start going down. So today, my love, again, challenge yourself. Any area where you looking at it and it's still woe is me, or you still can look at a person and have a whole bunch of just hatred and resentment in your heart because of something that happened in the past with that person or with that situation, challenge that shit today. Check that shit today. And not even by way, again, because hear me out. Y'all know wrong is wrong now. I ain't never telling y'all to check that shit by way of saying like, oh yeah, it's okay, I forgive that person, or I'm just gonna forget about it, or no. But you check that shit by way of saying like, yeah, that shit was wrong. And that's the most of my problems, me having to admit that, because the rest is on my spirit team to handle that ass. But for what I can handle, which is me, myself, and I'm not finna go around here all scrunched up in the face, hunched over in the back about what a bitch did that I don't fuck with no more. And yes, that bitch may be your mama, your daddy, your grandmama. Okay, I get that. But what I want you to get most of all through this message today, and what Spirit wants you to get, baby, is that no matter what you call them people in your life, Spirit calls them helpers to your destiny. Spirit calls them people that are in place to help you get to where the fuck you need to go and do what you need to do. Simple as that. And what we have to admit in a lot of spaces too is that we were so fucking stubborn, right? Whether we were stubborn in our empath, just like, Spirit, I just want to help this person and I just think they can do better, and I don't want to, it's gonna break my heart if I just leave them behind. And that's the same person that drug you through that same mud and dirt and back. And if they hadn't have did that shit, you still would have been there trying to make it make sense while you losing all your shit. You know what I'm saying, in the background. But some of y'all, you need to admit that it needed to come in that way. For a lot of situations as well too, it was things that Spirit had been telling you to let go of. Because the very thing that looking at now, oh, that person hurt me, da 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 da. Spirit was like, I told you that was gonna happen a long time ago, and you didn't want to hear it then. So let's be real that the fact that it happened was because you needed to learn that lesson. So again, back to what I said, take the lesson, baby. Come up out of the guilt and the resentment of why it happened, or this and this, or it happening to me. Take what the fuck you needed to learn from it. Because overall, that's why it happened. There was a lesson there. There's always a lesson there. 11:11 on my screen here. So whatever it is, baby, I say, baby, I love you so much. Whatever it is at this time where you see yourself in that space, I'm telling you, challenge it. Let tonight or, whatever day and time in which you see in this video be the last time in which you wrestle and go back and forth with your mind over being mad at a irrelevant bitch. Or even being mad at a situation that you lived through or that you know what I'm saying, that you pushed through. We're not allowing anything from our past situations to hold us hostage anymore in this new place of freedom in which you have graduated to. Because again, baby, remember that we ain't even in the conversation about you again not getting to where you need to go or you not having got there already. No, I'm speaking to people that are exactly where they need to be right now. But this conversation is about acceptance, making sure that you're standing here very grounded and balanced in exactly who you are and exactly where you are. And as I told y'all before, yeah, even if right where you are right now is not the full manifestation of what you've been trying to gain for yourself, it's okay. Keep moving. Day by day, we keep going towards that. But also each day, for whatever we have done, wherever we are, how far we can get, we have to say thank you. We have to accept, we have to appreciate ourselves. We have to remind ourselves, you did enough today, baby. I don't care what your day looked like. You got through it, start to finish. You did enough today. Pat yourself on the back. This falls back into that energy as well. And when I said like you need to be reaffirming yourself like you were affirm a child each and every day, you need to be talking to yourself just as much as those voices was talking to you of those negative naysayers and shit like that. Yeah. And even in this conversation of what I've been saying, for some of you guys, you've been digesting them people's words for years. Yeah, it's time to chew on something different, baby. And let it be you chewing on something that's full of life. Let your words be full of life. Let your frequency be full of life at this time. And even as we get to this space of understanding, there should be no regret for it. Anything that you've done in the past, yeah. Anytime something wants to come up and challenge you in that energy, right? Spirit is like the death card just fell out here. Bring an end to that real quick. The death card also fell under the acceptance card. Why do you need to bring a death to it? Because you need to accept whatever it is that your body is trying to reject and be like, but what if, or shoulda, coulda, woulda. No, 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 no. For every decision, for every step, for everything, God, that has happened up until this very moment, we say thank you, Spirit. Even when I didn't understand what I was doing, even when I didn't understand what you was telling me to do, even when I didn't understand why I had to do certain shit. Thank you. For every time you gave me the courage to make a choice, Spirit, thank you. And even, Spirit, for allowing me to see, how bad things could get, or even allowing me to see the true colors of those people that, I was connected to that weren't doing me any good. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, that shit was scary to see them claws come out. Yeah, that shit was scary to know what I was really dealing with and, the type of danger I could have been in. But thank you, Spirit. Instead of me sitting over here observing all the shit that a lame ass motherfucker wanted to do, let me just really look at how God said hell no to all of that. Let me look at how I'm all the way over here minding my business. You know what I'm saying? Despite of. That's what we gonna focus on. That's how we gonna pull ourselves back into balance, loved ones. Because even for the things again that you still don't have an explanation for, why did it go like that or why did it happen like that? Please remember that, yeah, even not having the details, you still got the explanation. It was still something that was for your good. That was what it was. That's why it happened. Period. Period. Yep. Blame card coming out in reverse. That's why Spirit is like, get up out of that energy of trying to point the finger to anybody else for anything that happened in your life. No, baby. It all was a part of a purpose and plan that was greater. And each lesson felt different for us, right? Think about even when you take tests and when you took tests back in the day in school. Some tests may have felt like, oh, this shit gonna be easy. I'm gonna ace this. I'm gonna pass this. No questions at all. Other ones had you up all night stressing, you know what I'm saying, pulling all nighters, trying to study up to until the last minute. You get what I'm saying? But it's all still just a test, right? It's all still you show up, you know what I'm saying, you do your best and it's gonna go one way or the other. But how you approach it or how it feels is still gonna, it's gonna be different. So that's what Spirit is saying here. There's nothing. And I know some people, they want to feel like, but coach, you don't know my story. It got so bad and this and this and this. I do know. But I also know that there's no exceptions to what Spirit said. Everything works in your good, baby. And with this blame card coming out in reverse, this could be, Spirit telling you not to blame others, or even if you in some energy of blaming yourself in certain situations. I shoulda, coulda, woulda. But you did what you did, baby. Let's come up out of that. Let's come up out of that. So that we can enjoy everything that came from the choices that you already made. So that we can enjoy the fruit of the seeds that you already sowed. Ain't no going in to dig that shit up, baby. Hell no, it's a whole tree now. What are you doing? And when you take a minute to look up instead of looking down and like, oh, we could have did this and look up at what you've grown. Look up at the fruit. That's what Spirit is telling you, because that's what these shifts are bringing in. So when you look up at the fruit, you shouldn't still be in the back of your mind having a sense of resentment. No, there should be full appreciation at this point for everything that you did or didn't do, for everything that they did or didn't do. That's where we at, baby. Full acceptance. It's your one and only job right now. Yeah, relationships card coming out behind this blame in reverse. And I keep saying, heavily for a lot of people, that this message can resonate with. There's definitely an energy of wanting to point the finger at somebody else. But growth and discipline was the next two cards that came out, which is the whole premises of this message. We got to mature. Forgiveness at the bottom of the deck. We got to grow up in all aspects of life. And when I say like I'm pulling y'all card down to the T, I don't care if you know that, like, damn, she read me real bad. Like, I got a lot of places in my life where I'm still like this. Or if you just like, oh, it's just one person, I'm just struggling with that. I don't care what it is for you, baby. I'm challenging you in this moment right now that whatever it is, every single area where you can look and still see a sense of dissatisfaction versus you seeing an ability to accept what has happened, what it is, what you have done, check that shit. Check it however you got to, however you need to talk to yourself, whatever you need to do. If you need to get a reading, let me check it for you, whatever it is here, baby. Or this reading is enough checking, let it be. But Spirit is letting you know that out of all of the lessons that you have learned, out of every test that you have passed, out of all the sacrifices that you have made, don't fail over this one little thing because you don't want to get over certain things, or because that attitude wants to get in the way here. We ain't doing that. I know they got that song, it's my party and I can cry if I want to. Bitch, we ain't crying at these parties. These parties where Spirit coming in and giving you all the shit that you've been praying and already been crying for and already had done shed tears for. Yeah. Ain't no need in you sitting up at this party crying unless you crying tears of joy. And I told y'all too, even y'all ancestors would be kind of looking at y'all crazy, because it's like, look what you have worked for. You done freed the whole hood and you still looking at something or still like, well, that person, I shouldn't have did this. They like, girl, we got that. Boy, we got that. You feel me? But with the guilt card and the self-esteem coming out here, yeah, they letting you know, like, you'll fuck around and mess up your own self before, you know what I'm saying, somebody else be feeling some sense of energy of remorse. If a motherfucker don't feel remorse for what they did for you now, please know that they will. But you sitting and, harboring over it over and over and over again ain't going to be what make them feel guilt about anything. Or you feeling guilty about it ain't going to make nobody else feel more guilty about it. No. No, no, no. So for the sake of your self-esteem, you having all the power and confidence that you need to have to accept these gifts, to accept the positions that come along with these gifts as well too. Baby, you got to know that you did everything right leading up until now. Yeah. Failure card coming out here. You got to know that you did everything right leading up until now. Fear coming out here. You got to know without fear in your heart that you did everything right. There should be no areas within your life where you looking at yourself like, oh, I failed this, or I'm a failure, or again, or that shoulda, coulda, woulda energy. No. With the patience card coming out here, absolutely the fuck not. So whatever this is, my loves, that you got to let go of at this time, now is your time. And I'll say this too, especially if this is something that, you feel like spirit kind of like all in your business right now, because it's like, I know I've been struggling with this for a minute, or, whatever this is here. This also is coming out at this time, right? Because this 8-8 portal, this Mercury retrograde, and the Saturn retrograde will really, really help you with this. I know people always want to hype and talk about the inconveniences of Saturn retrograde, but there's also a way in which you can work with this energy, and anything that you want to be undone in your life, or you want to change some shit, or you want to let it go once and for all. This is the time to make those types of declaration, or this is those times to really try again, especially if you feel like you've tried before but it wasn't successful. This reversal energy pulls up out of you anything that needs to go. So what I will say, love, is even, in hearing this, don't let this message trigger you in a way to where you want to reject it, or be like, I don't want to hear that, or, well, she don't understand, or God don't understand. Baby, please, please hear me with your whole heart. And please know as well, Spirit don't ever send me with no messages that don't come with some sort of time sensitivity, or that don't come with some sort of urgency that you need to like tap in now. And whereas y'all see me a lot of times giving a lot of that human grace, right, in this space, today is not one of those days where I can give you that, because I really do have to challenge you in this very disciplined way to pull that shit together. We ain't giving karmics no more power by sitting around talking about what they was doing, or how they was victorious in doing this to you, or da 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 da. And as I said before, yes, they was wrong. And yes, it's God's job to deal with that. And it will be taken care of. You don't have to sit and harp on that. You don't have to stop what you doing to, Spirit, they over here, da 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 da. Spirit see that. Spirit been seeing that shit. Why you think he told you to take your ass on? And even in the energy of where, most of the time we go through these complaints or in this energy because we don't want to feel that sense of pain again. But Spirit's like, yeah, if you do what I'm telling you to do, if you move on, that's how you're going to sure not feeling this pain again. But steadily being in a position of trying to get your lick back, or, like I said, not even allowing certain wounds within yourself to heal all the way, so that you can have full victory, because you still in this energy of like, but look what they did. Yeah, Spirit's like, it's time to let it go, baby. Yeah, abundance card fell out. And this why you gotta let it go, because you need both of your hands. What I told y'all before, you need both of your hands for this next blessing. Love card at the bottom of the deck. And Spirit like, we ain't gonna want to hear none of that shit about when them blessings start dropping. Like, oh, I ain't ready, Spirit. Oh, it's too much. Why? Because your capacity filled with other bullshit. Let that shit go. And notice when I say too, like, let it go, don't forget to take the lesson with you, so you don't keep having to revisit that space or get pulled back to that same sense of, oh, woe is me. No, take the lesson you needed to learn, grow on. Grow on. All right, love. Anything else, Spirit? Because I feel like I'm fussing now, and I ain't trying to do that. We got empathy and health here. Yeah. And Spirit is saying that this is still, again, good for your own health, baby. Don't keep putting your empathic person through that same hurt over and over again, thinking about all this shit that happened. Don't do that. That's exactly what I said. Like, you allowing that person to just keep on hurting you from the past that you should have let go of already, or that situation. Spirit said that's it. Pride at the bottom of the deck too. And if this has been about too, like I said, that ego or pride space, or like, oh, it should have, I ain't gonna let it go, spirits, because da. I'm telling you now, hear me out. Let that shit go. Let God have it. Because you're going to need all of your energy, your effort, your mind, your perception, all of that, your hands, your feet too, damn near, baby, to indulge in the completion of this next blessing that's coming in. Because again, we at AA portal now, and Spirit trying to get y'all ready to be in alignment with everything that this shift brings. My ear is ringing because it's coming one way or the other. All right, loves. Anything else, Spirit? Close this out. Denial card coming out. The Spirit's like, y'all better not deny shit. Forgiveness card coming out here. Yeah. Make sure that you are in a full energy of forgiveness. You have forgiven yourself and everything and everybody else. Because whether you know it or not, that is definitely directly correlated to your ability to be able to receive these blessings. It is. Because Spirit is saying that even if you don't want to receive the lessons that come from each situation, then you won't be able to receive the blessing. And I know that sounds crazy. You thinking like, oh, that's gonna be easy. If it's something good, I'll choose that all day long. But no, the fuck you won't. Because you won't see the good and the God in the situations that happened to you before. The good is there, but you got to choose to see it. And even you being in the energy of, refusing, that shows God that you would even refuse your blessings too. So I'm gonna put these cards up because, like I know this is a little nasty read. I feel it. And for whoever it's for, I love you. Okay, I love you, but check that shit. Check all areas of your life and stop giving your power away again by letting people continually hurt you in situations that you have already been delivered from. Or you got the power, if you still in it, right? But you got the power to walk away and deliver yourself, or allow God to deliver you. Yeah, it's time to get up and do that shit. Let's be mature. Okay? Because these blessings that's coming in again, they real mature now. These been blessings that's been a long time in the making, a long time coming. Like I said, the fact ain't changing as well either, that it's gonna be a whole lot of people that feel like you don't deserve it. Don't you be in the number. You need to know, if don't nobody else know, and y'all know we talked about that too. Yeah, there's gonna be a number of people that will respect you and put plenty of respect on your name because they know who you are. But I only bring up those people who don't want to see you, because if you are a person that has been in any energy of what I just got done talking about, holding on to that bullshit, you're going to be triggered as hell by them people immediately, because they're going to resemble something that you ain't let go of already. But when you don't already kick that dusty ass shit to the curb, or that energy of like, yeah, y'all's opinions and stupid ass shit, you saying like y'all can't project that onto me, then that energy, you passing that test, you going to pass it in every room you walk in. So try as y'all may, do what y'all want. I'm still going to be happy. I'm still going to be in the energy of enjoying every ounce of abundance that comes to me. So y'all see how this is circling back into your ability to be able to accept, all of these positions of power that God has given you, all of this abundance and everything else. Yeah. So do what you got to do, baby. And no matter whether or not you feel like you got nothing at all or you got everything, you still ain't the person that is to be fucked with. You still ain't a person that is it's okay for somebody to try to get in your way. So yeah, don't let them. By holding on to any energy that no longer belongs to you, any storyline, none of that. And even my extra added piece of advice, right? If you are a person that this message really did resonate with and you saying like, okay, coach, how do I challenge those spaces? How do I really pull myself out of there? Especially you know that you tried this before. Go back there to that space in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Visualize yourself there. Visualize everything that happened. But this time around, instead of you focusing on that one thing that's like, oh, when they did that, that made me so mad. Oh, when they did that, that hurt me. Just take a minute to observe yourself and how you reacted in those moments and how that affected you. And as soon as you think about that, I want you to pick up the nearest mirror near you or go to the nearest mirror near you and look at who you have become. Go back to your mind space, look at yourself in the situation. Now open your eyes again and look in that mirror. Look at who you have become. And in that moment, you can say whatever it is that I'm all mad about and I'm uptight about. It don't matter because look at me. You feel what I'm saying? Like this is the good and the God, right? For others of you, it's deeper than that. There are other lessons that you have to get from those moments. And if you don't know what that is, like I said, tap in and get a reading. It's time to heal that space. But for others of you, it's just as basic as you are the good and the God that came out of that situation, baby. Because you healed, because you found God. And that in itself is enough to let it the fuck go, to forgive it, so that you can be free. But especially if you in some sort of energy of like being challenged because there's a part of you again that wants to be prideful or prove some sort of point, let the point be that I healed anyway. You feel what I'm saying? Not that, oh, I cuss you. Da, da, da. No, I healed anyway, despite you trying to stop me or hold me back. That's the win. That's where I can relax and let go and say that I did my part. And whatever else that needs to be done as far as punishment or as far as, other people realizing their sense of accountability, that ain't got shit to do with me. Ain't no need for me to have no resentment in my heart, no blame, no guilt, no none of that. So do what you got to do, my loves. Ask Spirit to help you in these places if this is your challenge at this moment. But whatever it takes or whatever it takes for you to get to that space of knowing again that I can love myself wholeheartedly at the beginning and the end of every single day because I am enough, because I have done enough. I can accept myself wholeheartedly without any, conditions because I am enough and I have done enough. Everything that I do is enough. If that's not your resolve each and every day, baby, fight until it is. Fight until that becomes your second nature. Fight until it becomes, instead of you automatically looking at something negative and thinking also negative, it becomes like, yeah, I'm immediately, even in my thoughts, begin to alchemize whatever I'm seeing here and begin to see the good and the God in every single thing because it is there. Because it is there. This is where we are, babies. Okay? And every person, again, that heard this message is mature enough to receive it and mature enough to align with the energy all the way. So take that and know that. Don't limit yourself even in receiving this message by being like, but coach, but coach, but coach. But I love you and you got this shit. Okay? And that's all I want to hear. All right? So I'm going to close this energy out here for today. Thank you so much, Spirit, for this advice, for the tribe, for the collective. Thank you as well, Spirit, for snatching us into a sense of full alignment as you are bringing these shifts into our lives, Spirit. Thank you, God, that we will not miss these blessings. And we thank you, Spirit, for just helping us today to lift our heads, God, so that we can really see the fruit. We've paid so much attention, God, to the groundwork and the roots of things, God, and even our own roots, healing ourselves. But thank you, God, for giving us that green light to say that it is okay to lift your head, to look up and see all that we have done here, Spirit. I pray that for any person, Spirit, that is battling with that ability to keep their head up, Any person that's being drawn into any rabbit hole space, God, that is not healthy for them at this time, God, that you help them. I pray that you intercede for them at this time, Spirit. Intercede, God, with all of the signs and the confirmations and the reminders of the things that they're actually supposed to be focused on at this time, Spirit. But intercede as well, most of all, God, with the type of confidence that reminds them, Spirit, that they are enough, that they have done enough, and that they will continue to be enough in your eyes, God, always, because they are the epitome of you. They are the reflection of you, Spirit. Give us courage, God, on every step of our journey moving forward. And help us, God, to be so solid and locked in with you, God, that we never question anything that you tell us to do, Spirit. Continue, God, to protect us and defend us as well in all of our decisions that we've made so far, God, and that we will continue to make. And protect everything, God, that belongs to us as we are coming into this abundance day by day. And I thank you so much for that. Ashe, ashe. All right, I love y'all so very much. I hope y'all still love me too. After that little fussy message, but I definitely hope that it helps, okay? And gives you, again, just that last little checkup you need so that you can be fully in your acceptance energy moving forward here. Because it is your time to receive, beautiful soul. Okay? So we're going to switch gears here. At this time, if you have any spiritual questions that you would like to ask, you can drop them in the comments. I don't have anybody who has sent in for a reading, but if you would like to get a reading on live, you can send in for that as well too. I'll wait just a few before I end it, but if I don't hear anything or see anything from anybody, then I'll assume that we have gotten enough for today. Okay. Ashe, my love, you're so very welcome. And I love you too. I love you too. All right, last call for any spiritual questions or readings. Delete that shit. All right, y'all. I don't see anything coming through the comments, so y'all know where I am if I need anything. Oh, hold on. I wanted a minute read and have a question, but I don't want to ask my question under here. You want to inbox me? Okay, that's fine. You can do that. That's fine, sis. You can DM me on TikTok. And I'll look it up that way. Okay, love, I got you. Let me open my TikTok actually. What is the spiritual meaning of vomit in a dream? I would have to know more about the context with it because it can mean quite a few things. It can also be determined by the color, what was being vomited up, what was going on in that situation. Um, Vomit can represent good and bad things. Um, it can represent, you purging something that needed to go. It could be a physical representation of you having purged that thing. Um, Sometimes it could also symbolize as well too, either someone trying to make you sick, like, um, yeah, vomit could definitely be a release. Yeah, could be reflective of somebody trying to make you sick, and your body repelling that. For the most part, I would say vomit represents something good, and I'll say that too from like a spiritual point of view, because it does, no matter what, represent a purge. But for real, it's like, say for instance, like there's a dream where you see yourself vomiting something, right? Usually there's a deeper meaning behind, you know what I'm saying, like what it is you're vomiting up. Seeing yourself vomit is always a good sign because it's like that shit is coming out, or there's a purging or releasing that's happening. But sometimes, like, again, like depicting that dream even deeper, okay, why was we sick in the first place? What was trying to attach to us in the first place that we needed to get out of us? So overall, sis, yeah, I'll say this kind of like a good thing, or like it's a sign of like releasing. Yeah, yeah, that's what it is, sis. And for you, for sure, that there's yeah, Ashe. I was about to say, like, and I'll be trying not to say too much because me and you already kind of talked about your situation. But for you, for sure, even how Spirit was saying, there's certain things that have kind of been drudged up for you that you may have forgotten or not even known that was there, and how, kind of deep and heavy it's been for you. That makes sense that, you would see yourself kind of like that in a dream, sis. Because you've been having to purge a whole lot lately. And even too, seeing yourself in a dream too, yeah, it's like spiritually you purging. So it's this goes deep. It does go deep. But yeah, overall, sis, hopefully that answered your question. Overall, that's what it represents. That purging and releasing energy. I think as well too, even on the other aspect of that, 'cause as I say, it could be so many directions, right? I'm glad we just kind of tapped directly into the one you was asking about, but even that energy of like seeing other people vomit in dreams can also have like a different meaning too. Or like if a person is like vomiting on you or something like that, yeah, it can all kind of have different meanings. But seeing yourself definitely is you watching yourself release some things and purge some things. And even in that, it's almost like you was watching your spiritual being purge some things, which is, like I said, very deep. It's hella deep. Diamond, I got your payment, love. Thank you for sending in. I'll wait for that message to come through too. Okay, let me read this. Okay, I got you, sis. Someone locked out the windows in the room the first time I heard they heard that last night and I heard the wind coming from the windows. I took the windows in the room and put them locked. I'm not tripping. So I measured it as far as a mistake. I knew it, but it just last night. Okay, I got you, sis. I got you. Let me get a confirmation on that, on what's going on with that here. Okay. Spirit, let me tap in for my beautiful diamond here. I do want to invite all of her benevolent ones into this reading to make it very clear and concise on what we need to know concerning this specific question that she asked here and what's been going on with that. And please do protect us as we channel and receive these messages. Ashe. Okay, Spirit, what's going on with the windows? What's going on with the windows? Hold on, let me switch decks right quick. This is what I need. It really feels like good energy, sis. I'm not gonna lie. Even when I was reading it here, I need to let me get tarot. Give me 1 second. Even when I was reading it, it feels almost more like ancestral protection. It might feel like her pop is around her, but let me get a confirmation with tarot here. Okay, tell me about this spirit. What's going on with the windows, with this situation? King of Swords, the Magician, the Five of Coins here. He said play with anything but that. I feel you. Yeah, and to be real, with the King of Swords being the first card out, it's protection here. It's she's being protected now, sis. This the thing that's funny, right? And even how you said like tell them to play with anything else but that. Like in some cases, you gonna have to tell them for real, cause you know how it is at your mama house, right? And how I told you, everywhere y'all go, it's gonna be like that, because the ancestors do not play about y'all. This CJ looking out for his baby. Okay, so you gonna have to, and I'm gonna tell him now. Okay, but you tell him too. All right. And I'll say this is why he does this, because the way he's moving right now, your dad is moving right now, he knows that you are so protected. And it's like, you know how I say often, ancestors sometimes don't have the same type of filters that we have as humans. Yeah. Yeah. And you saying it literally as I'm saying it, like, and you over here shook. So he don't realize that you're not seeing the signs as like him checking on baby girl. It's like, nah, we done already been dealing with a whole lot, you know what I'm saying? Like we already in this kind of, iffy situation. And I ain't even gonna say it's iffy, but you know what I'm saying? Like there's been some scares, okay? So yeah, that energy is not the best way for him to pull up. But I don't even think he thought it was that funny, sis. I think he really just was thinking like, she gonna know it's me. I think he really was just thinking like you wasn't gonna be scared, because it's like she ought to know, like she already protected, and Coach T been telling her that I'm around and all of that. So he ain't even thinking that you seeing things and being like, oh, what the fuck is that? He thinking that you looking at it and being like, oh, I know this my daddy. right? But you ain't there. But after this reading, I'll tell you, you safe, y'all good. Like it's him, and he's just saying like, yeah, I want to protect y'all. I want to protect her. So everywhere you go, sis, and even once you switch again, right? I know, right? Because that was the first time around. Like that's how we all got started here. So yeah, we're gonna tell him not to deal with the windows in particular if he can help it. Um, but even once you even once you like kind of make another switcheroo here and everything in that space as well too, you're gonna see things like this happening. There's going to be certain ways, at your mom's house, the way her backyard was set up, they kind of had their ways they wanted to come through there. But even in your space, like that's going to be, how they're going to be showing up, different ways they're going to be showing up. So what I can say for you, sis, like when I say like you literally have nothing else to worry about, and even when it comes down to like you sensing certain things, you can almost automatically assume and know that that's like your ancestors just around you. And even what I told y'all when we did that private reading, I was like, they gonna be real loud. I want y'all to know that. Between them lights flashing, birds flying, lights flickering, you know what I'm saying? Like everything. I say, you, my honor, baby. Thank you for being here. But yeah, it's like out of all of the dramatics, he gonna keep on coming through real loud. But with the King of Swords and the Magician card being the first card here, yeah, this is your dad, and he's saying that he's just here to protect with this Hermit card and looking out for both of y'all too. Yeah, yeah. And you know what? Your dad, he approves of you being in this relationship, but at the same time, I still see him kind of like in that daddy energy. Like he said, I'm hearing him say like, I needed to see who all was up in there. So it almost feel like him coming like through the window, like his energy may have been like walking through the house and kind of, looking and shit. Cause for real, like he really is keeping tabs on y'all. Like he need to know where y'all at all times. So yes, sis, I feel like he definitely kind of, came through that window, type vibes. And it makes sense as well too that even how your mama said the other day, like in Leah room, like the lights and things will be flashing and shit like that, even though y'all, even though y'all not there, Leah ain't there no more. Yeah, it was definitely him. It's that's almost like his entry point. And y'all remember too when we did that reading and I told y'all, I was like, he been had a relationship with Leah. He just ain't said nothing about it. He said there wasn't none of y'all concerned because that's Pop baby. So when I say sis, yeah, he be all in y'all business now. And you feeling something like, yeah, it was definitely his presence coming through. Because even what I just said, like I saw the visual of him walking through that house. He was like, I need to see who up in here. Like on some black daddy type shit. Coming in, opening all the doors and cutting the lights on and shit. Like, yeah, that's what it was giving, but spiritually, yeah, with the moon card coming out. I say that's exactly what it is. He said it ain't finna be nothing hidden from him. And it's almost like sis for real. Yes. Your daddy, he knows it. And it's almost like just how he was like in when he was like in this lifetime, when he was alive, in this lifetime. And how he probably would be getting all of your business and shit like that. Like, yeah, it's the same thing. But even more now, right? Because the crazy part about it is, sometimes in passing, it can make you closer to a person or, it can bring y'all's energy closer together here. So even with your dad and, him saying like everything that he couldn't do, while he was alive, he's really showing up in this energy now. Yeah, I say confirmation says he wants you to know that's him. He wants you to know it's him. And he gonna be real loud in the way he keep coming through. So that's why I'm gonna tell him now, leave them windows alone. But I don't know if he gonna listen, sis, cause he got a real like, I'm the daddy, I know what to do type vibe. So I'm gonna tell him, but I say this to you, if he do, do it again, or if he keep messing with you in that way, please know it's him. It's him. It's definitely him. Yeah. Cause he looking out for y'all. And even what I told you too, sis, like the direction that you've gone in now, you know, they're not gonna be able to find you at all. Not even energetically. Yeah. Blink a light, I say. Yeah, pop. You gotta blink a light. Leave them windows alone now. But yeah, there's literally no way in which these people can find you or affect you in that way, or the type of shit that old boy was on. You know, we ain't even gonna say his damn name. Was he like the motherfucking Candyman, bitch? Keep on popping up every time you say his name. But even with that first person, right, and that type of shit they was on, yeah, like you far removed from that. And even what I told you then, that's why Spirit connected you with me that day, because you needed to know that alchemy that we did, you know what I'm saying? And you needed to understand how powerful you were to be able to ward that off. So yeah, we not even gonna go down that road. We gonna keep you in that energy for real, sis, because I always call you baby girl, and I see you like that. Not just because, you April's daughter, but, even just knowing how young you are and knowing that you're starting your spiritual journey in such a powerful way. Yeah, you're not going to have the story like a whole lot of us, getting drugged by spell work and shit like that. No, because we putting you on game, sis. We making you aware of how that shit work, but also how to ward yourself, you know what I'm saying, or ward it off from you to where it can't touch you or your baby at all, or anything that belong to you. So yeah, Spirit is just reminding you that you have already aligned with that sense of protection and energy within your life. So ain't nothing coming towards you. And that's why your dad is moving so confidently around you like that, because I'll say this, even though a lot of those ancestors don't have like earthly filters, sometimes they know to be careful in like how they approach you, because they know that you may get scared. But like I said, with your daddy, he gonna be moving around like that anywhere you go, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm saying like this. From the day, like a long time ago, I can't even remember when we did the reading, but the day in which he came and was like, yeah, I'm here and I ain't going nowhere, he meant that. So it's almost like it would be more surprising to him for you to be shocked, to be like, girl, you knew I was coming. Like, you knew to come in and be expecting something to be flickering or moving or something, you know what I'm saying? Because it's that sure that I'm going to be here. I'm not going anywhere. And anywhere y'all go, I'm going too. I'm there too. I'm walking around the spot. I'm checking the perimeters. So yes, it's any, thing that feels like what they call it paranormal activity moving forward, you can know that it ain't coming from nothing negative. It's all good energies that are looking out for you here. And you got more people around you too, but CJ talks just so loud. You know what I'm saying? Like he's so loud, and he even wanted to be known like to other ancestors and things like that. He's just a daddy energy. You know what I'm saying? Like that if it's anything that he can't do for you, then it's like, yeah, then y'all can come in and help too. But he sees it again as like, this is his responsibility. This is his time to shine. This is his time to show up for his family. And even the way in which I told you, like he had your mama back and how he handling that man, he had his mama back, your grandma. Yeah, your daddy showing up for everybody. So you and Leah definitely ain't no exception. Yes, ma'am. I feel it. He the whole motherfucking town hero right now. Yep. So that's all it is, baby. You safe, you hella safe, and you did feel him last night. And like you said, you falling asleep and him waking you up is because he wanted you to know that he don't be wanting you to live in no fear either. Like he wants you to like literally have that type of confidence as though you knew like your daddy was like standing right there. You know how it be like if you out by yourself, you kind of have to like look around more and be more on your P's and Q's. But when you be with your daddy, you try to be walking across the street, damn near get hit by a car. Your daddy had to tell you like, hold on, girl, like look, because you know you just so safe. You don't think nothing about it. Or like when you be with your man or some shit like that. Yeah. But that's how your daddy wants you to be. He wants you to just be moving through the life, not feeling no fear, not worrying about nothing. A mad ass nigga talking about, you feel what I'm saying? A stealing ass nigga talking about none of this shit. He like, everything you want is gonna be yours, baby girl. And if anybody try to take it from you or stop it or take anything from his grandbaby, all hell gonna break loose. Literally. Okay. Anything else you want to say here, CJ? 'Cause this clearly your reading, child. Anything else you want to say to Diamond before I close it out? Hold on, let me ask him. You gonna leave them windows alone? Let me pick up another deck and see what he gonna say before I close it out. You gonna leave them windows alone? He kind of saying like I might or I might not, but he's the trust card came out and the change card came out, so he like just trust whatever I'm doing for you here, okay? Whatever way in which he gonna protect you, he's saying just trust it. So I kind of figured he was gonna say that because even how I tried to say it earlier, and he was like, I got this, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna see what I want to see. So that's all I gotta say, sis. If you see the window open, you gotta take it up with CJ. You gotta have a little beef with him. But I will say this too, sis. The window is also a way in which, energies do try to come out. So it makes sense that he is kind of like all around the window, right? Or just kind of like in and out of that window too. So, you know, yeah. So he said, just trust what's going on here, honey. It's a lot of changes, as we talked about before, that are happening, but it's almost like he telling you, like, yeah, you can't tell him how to protect you, how to protect y'all. But you can know within your heart of hearts that if you do see a window that you know locked or tried to shut down, open again, yeah, it's him. It's him. Okay. So I'm gonna close this out here. Thank you so much, Spirit. Thank you, CJ, as well, for coming through this reading. Thank you, as always, Spirit, for giving my sis the reassurance that she needs, that she is completely safe, completely free of all of this drama that wants to be in her life, but that she's also, as well, completely surrounded and protected by her ancestors and spiritual protectors at this time. God, we pray you continue to protect her, her baby, even her relationship, her man, God, everything that belongs to her. Let her life continue to be blessed in powerful ways. And continue as well, Spirit, to just even keep her in the energy of enjoyment of all of the blessings that you've already given her. Continue, God, to help her to enjoy her spiritual journey in a beautiful way. To see her intuition and her gifts as powerful as they are, Spirit. But help her as well, God, to be very unapologetic about using those gifts and trusting those gifts. We thank you, Spirit, for all of the beautiful purpose, God, that is connected to her life. And thank you as well, Spirit, for preserving her for those very reasons. Continue to be a blessing to her life, Spirit. And we thank you so much for that. Ashe, ashe, ashe. And you're so welcome, beautiful. So, so welcome. All right, y'all. Let me double check. I don't think I had anybody else to send in. No other spiritual questions in the comment section, I do not believe. So I will assume that we are done for tonight. Let's check this. Yes. Okay. All right. So, again, I love y'all so very much. We're going to end it here for tonight. If you need a private, definitely email me, hit me up, go to CoachTerica.com and book with me, okay? Or if you have any questions in the meantime, you guys definitely know how to reach out to me, all right? But I'll see you guys again soon. I'll let you know when we're going live again. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube page and a member on the Patreon so you know when I go live. Okay. And I definitely love y'all. Take it easy for the rest of this weekend. Okay. Let all these 8-8 portal changes settle in. Don't force anything too much over the rest of this weekend or over these next couple weeks. Just observe, observe, observe yourself. Go with the flow, align, okay? Challenge yourself on whatever needs to be challenged, especially when we go back to those messages from earlier in the reading. But also accept whatever needs to be accepted at this time, right? If that is what you need to be aligning with, okay? But I love y'all. All right, and I'll talk to you again soon.